Today we're casting our gaze 2 years into the future to discuss a cruiser that has consistently defined the midsize segment, the 2026 Honda Shadow Aero. While official details for the 2026 model year are yet to be announced by Honda, the Shadow Aero's long and storied history, combined with the current industry trends and the evolution of its sibling models, gives us a very clear picture of what this timeless machine is likely to offer. The Shadow Aero has always been Honda's answer to the classic American cruiser aesthetic. Full-bodied, low-slung, with deeply valenced fenders and a generous helping of chrome. It's a bike that prioritizes feel over fierce numbers, and in 2026 we expect that dependable, classic formula to be refined, not radically changed, continuing its legacy as one of the most reliable and accessible cruisers on the market. The heart of the cruiser: engine and drivetrain expectations. At the core of the Shadow Aero's appeal is its engine, which we fully anticipate will remain the dependable, liquid-cooled, 52-degree on-text V-twin with a on-text 745cc displacement. This engine is a cornerstone of the Shadow line and has been praised for its bulletproof reliability and smooth, predictable power delivery. It's not built for top-end speed or screaming horsepower, but for torque, which is delivered low in the RPM range where a cruiser rider actually needs it. Perfect for easy pull-offs from a stoplight and relaxed highway cruising. The Text SOHC 3-valve per-cylinder setup, mated with Honda's programmed fuel injection, on-text PGM-Fi, ensures hassle-free starts and optimal efficiency across various altitudes and temperatures. Crucially, the drivetrain will almost certainly retain the wide-ratio 5-speed manual transmission and, more significantly, the low-maintenance shaft final drive. This shaft drive is a massive selling point for the Shadow Aero, eliminating the need for chain maintenance and contributing to the bike's overall reputation for being a fuss-free machine. For 2026, the biggest speculation surrounds minor engine tweaks to comply with potential new emission standards, perhaps leading to a slightly revised mapping or a small bump in low-end torque, but the essential character, the pleasant rumble and the tractable power, will absolutely be preserved. Design philosophy. Upholding the classic aesthetic. The Aero in its name has always stood for the bike's classic, aerodynamic and flowing cruiser style. Unlike its blacked-out sibling, the Shadow Phantom, the Aero is a celebration of chrome, wire-spoked wheels and deep full fenders that hug the tires, evoking a strong sense of nostalgia and traditional cruiser design. For the 2026 model year, the design language is expected to remain largely untouched, because that is precisely what the Aero's dedicated audience values. We anticipate the return of the iconic low seat height, sitting just under text 26 inches, which makes the bike extremely approachable for riders of all statures and greatly aids in low-speed maneuvering and confidence. Visual updates will likely be subtle but significant. We could see new, richer paint colors, perhaps a two-tone scheme with a more luxurious finish to highlight the classic lines. Look for updated instrumentation, potentially moving from a simple analog gauge to a hybrid or full on-text LCD screen mounted within the traditional tank-mounted console. This would allow for better integration of modern features like gear indicators or trip computer functions, while maintaining the classic styling. The large retro-styled headlight, pullback handlebars and wide foot pegs will all return, solidifying its identity as the quintessential mid-size boulevard cruiser. Chassis, suspension and handling dynamics. Handling is another area where the Shadow Aero excels, not through aggressive sport dynamics but through stability and comfort. The on-text 2026 armed model will be built around the sturdy steel double cradle frame, which is key to its solid planted road feel and long, on-text 64.5-inch and wheelbase. This chassis is designed for stability in a straight line, making highway miles effortless and predictable. Suspension components are expected to maintain the current setup. On-text 40mm telescopic forks up front providing a comfortable on-text 5 inches of travel, and dual rear shock absorbers with the crucial 5-way spring preload adjustability. The rear travel is modest at around on-text 3.6 inches, but the setup is well tuned to offer a plush ride that soaks up everyday road imperfections without feeling floaty. A key improvement that has been integrated into recent models and will certainly carry over to more text in $20-26 is the braking system. Modern riders expect confident stopping power, and we expect the Antex 2026 Aero to feature a single Antex 296mm disc with a Antex 2-piston caliper at the front, and critically a single disc brake at the rear, a significant upgrade from the former drum brake on non-ABS models. Furthermore, the availability of an anti-lock braking system, Antex ABS, as an optional or standard feature is essential for modern safety and rider confidence. This focus on controlled, reliable braking is central to the Shadow Aero's appeal as a user-friendly and safe entry into the cruiser segment. Modern tech and rider convenience. While the Shadow Aero prides itself on its retro nature, Honda has subtly integrated modern technology to enhance the riding experience without sacrificing the classic feel. Beyond the essential Antex PGMFI fuel injection, the Antex 2026 R model will likely receive minor but impactful electronic updates. The aforementioned Texture ABS will be the main tech feature related to safety. In terms of rider convenience, the subtle modernization of the instrument cluster is the most likely change. Moving to a small, crisp negative text LCD panel within the chrome-ringed housing could allow for easily readable information like a digital odometer, 2 trip meters, a clock, and perhaps even fuel economy data. It's also entirely possible that Honda will address the increasing demand for charging capability by adding a small, untexted USB-C port, neatly tucked away near the cockpit, for charging mobile devices on longer trips. These small, low-cost additions significantly improve the everyday usability of a classic cruiser. The Shadow Aero doesn't need ride modes or traction control. Its power delivery is already smooth enough. But modern riders expect basic connectivity and clear instrumentation, which Honda is well positioned to deliver. The verdict on the 2026 Shadow Aero ultimately: the Antex 2026 Honda Shadow Aero is not a revolutionary motorcycle, and it doesn't need to be. Its strength lies in its steadfast dedication to a proven formula: classic looks, accessible comfort, and unmatched reliability. It's the bike that countless riders learn on, the one that veterans respect for its low-maintenance lifestyle, and the one that customizers use as a dependable canvas. We anticipate its price point will remain highly competitive, positioning it as one of the best value mid-size cruisers available, offering a full-size aesthetic for a beginner-friendly price. The Antex 745cc Antex V-twin with its smooth shaft drive is a promise of thousands of miles of trouble-free riding. If our predictions hold true, the Antex 2026 Shadow Aero will continue its reign as the gold standard for riders seeking a motorcycle with the soul of a classic cruiser and the dependability of a modern Honda. It will be the bike you buy to simply enjoy the ride, without complication, maintenance worries, or performance anxiety.